be a better person.
Who was the happiest when you came home?
Obviously, my mom. My father was still angry with me, so I actually didn't speak to him for another 3 years. But my mom cried a lot, and when I was away from home, she was all over the country looking for me, and she used to pray for me every night that I could see that all the candles kind of melt down like grapes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just because you mentioned your mother, we actually have a little surprise videotape to show you, and let's see who appeared on this videotape.
그때 그 심정은 정말 말로 표현할 수 없이 너무 많이 아팠어요. 다 겪어보지 않으면 모르겠지만 저는 그때 당시 정말 이게 사는 게 아니었던 것 같아요. 많이 울고 살았어요. 언제 돌아올까? 하루가 첫날 같고 집 나간 딸 기다리는 부모의 마음은 지금도 생각해보면 그때 그 수영이가 힘들었던 세월을 생각하면 너무 미안하고 부모를 정말 잘 못 만나서 그 고생을 했던 거, 너무 많은 상처를 줬던 거, 그래도 그때 그 고생이 그 체험이 되어서 그 역경을 이겨냈기 때문에 그 고생이 오히려 좋은 효과를 내가지고 이렇게 오늘이 만들어졌구나. 언제 어디서나 가난한 사람, 불쌍한 사람 외면하지 말고 또 형편이 정말 고통스러운 처지에 있는 청소년들 위해서 늘 살펴주는 그런 좋은 사람이 되기를 간절히 바란다. 이런 말을 해주고 싶고 그렇게 하리라 믿어요.
What can you say to your mom?
Well, I mean, she feels guilty about about that situation at the time, but I feel like I've got this the guilt for life, for my parents, for what I have done. I don't think it will be ever
compensated for what you didn't do or what you did.
Yeah, whatever I do, I don't think it will be compensated. But I'm happy that we are still like now. Finally, we have really happy family and. We understand each other. My parents now are the biggest fan of my life.
So the tough times in your teenage years were gone, and you were able to enter one of the most prestigious schools in Korea, Yonsei University, studied English literature. How were you able to go from here to there?
That's another
within like 3 years.
That's another long story because after I came back, after I came back home. And I was obviously expelled from my middle school, so I had to wait another year to qualify as a middle school graduate. Then I entered a vocational high school, which means that we were not studying to go to university, but we studied to get a job as soon as we graduate high school. And I was expecting that as well, as my father wanted me to get a job in a factory in my city. But one day I read a news article about Israel and Palestine, and I saw a photo of a really young child dying by a bullet fired by Israeli soldier. And I was completely shocked when I saw the picture that, oh my God, I thought my life was like a war, but there are people who really live in a war zone and people die there. And I felt so I felt so shamed about myself. And I started thinking, what can I do in this world? And there should be something I can do it. But I was not able to ask anybody around me about what to do. So I thought, well, maybe the journalist who wrote this article can do something about it. So for the first time in my life, I got a dream, which it was to become a journalist. And I asked people, how can I become a journalist? And everybody said, well, you have to go to university first, but that's not possible for you. Because you've been a really bad student, you are a troubled kid, and I don't think you will ever make that. And also my teacher said that that's not possible from our school, because we don't teach the subject that you need for high school, university entrance exam. And also my parents obviously objected that that they cannot afford a university tuition fee. So it was like layers of challenges. And the biggest challenge was to believe in myself, because I've never ever achieved anything in my life. So I was not able to believe in myself that can I really do this? And obviously I was not sure, but however, I I didn't want to give up on this point because it was the first time I got a dream, and I really don't want to live like the way all the people around me expect me to live. So whatever it is, I decided to go for it, and I started studying, and it was much more challenging than I thought. I mean, it's not about studying itself, but it was really overcoming all the negative thoughts and objections around me, especially that in school, for example, everyone else in the class has different aim. They want to get a job, so they don't really study that hard as much as I do. So sometimes the boys play football in the classrooms. When I was studying, there's like a football over my head. Sometimes they break the windows, so they're like pieces of the glasses. And sometimes my teachers took my book saying that, well, you're not supposed to study this. And I had to go and beg, please let me study. I really want to go to university. And I take that book and I go to a toilet or somewhere else to study, because otherwise nobody supports me really. And the biggest challenge was that I didn't have anyone to ask when there's anything, if there is a question that I cannot solve. And also, I was not able to buy any books. I often had to pick some books from whatever trash bin or from others. So that was really tough. But after studying 2 years like that, having overcome all the challenges and negative thoughts, I really got the score that I wanted, and I was entered. I was admitted to Yonsei University.
Did you go back to the teacher who said you couldn't make it, and did you say, "See what I did"? Did you do that or no?
Well, when I graduated, they changed the rule. They changed all the policies. So they started supporting all the students who want to go to university. So they created like a special class for those students.
Wow, you said it's different standards for the school that you were going to.
Because I think what I did was to make them believe that what is possible, which was not possible before. Yeah.
Let's talk about the quiz program that you were on. It's called Golden Bell.
Yeah.
You were the very last person to remain on the game, which is, I would say, just to explain to our viewers what Golden Bell is like, I would say it's like Jeopardy for high school kids. Tell us about that experience.
Obviously, I had no idea what the show was because I was just too busy studying, and I was not able to watch any TV program. So when my teachers told me that you have to go and take this quiz show, I said, I don't have time for this. But I was forced to do it. And at the beginning, I was like very reluctant. However, I decided to go for it because, and then I watched that show just before, like one night before that shooting. And I realized, oh, that's so boring that all the students wear the same cap. And I thought, I want to do something different. So I thought, what can I do? So I thought about, okay, I want to be like a cyber princess. So I put a CD stick on my forehead, and I got a mouse wrapped in a foil, and I danced in front of camera. And nobody really expect me to be the winner, because usually those who dance or sing often
they don't get good
quit.
scores. Yeah.
No. So when I solved all the questions, it was a big sensation over the country. And overnight, I got 200 emails.
Wow.
And I got offers for, like, I got a lot of scholarship offers. Which was like a miracle, because although I was admitted to Yonsei, I was not sure how to afford that tuition fee. So just overnight, that problem was solved, and I think it was like a miracle.
Okay, and you met a lot of great people. You met announcer Son Mina and some other influential people in your life.
Yeah, that was like I was really lucky to meet Mina from that show. So, and she's now my mentor and like a lifelong friend. So I just couldn't even imagine at that point that things will turn around this way.
And after you graduated from Yonsei University, you got into this